It was a bright summer morning when Amelia and her family arrived in London. The city seemed alive with energy, and Amelia couldn't wait to explore it. She was 12 years old, full of curiosity, and this was her first visit to England's capital. As they stepped out of their hotel near Hyde Park, Amelia gasped at the sight of red double-decker buses passing by and black cabs lined up on the street. "Can we ride on one of those buses?" she asked excitedly. Her father smiled. "Of course. Let's start with a bus tour of the city." They climbed to the top deck of the bus and found seats at the front. As the bus moved through the streets, Amelia could see famous landmarks like Buckingham Palace, where the Queen lived, and the tall, majestic Big Ben standing proudly next to the River Thames. The tour guide explained that Big Ben was actually the name of the bell inside the clock tower, not the tower itself. Amelia noted this fact to share with her friends back home. Their next stop was the Tower of London. Amelia's mother told her stories of how the tower had once been a royal palace, a prison, and even a zoo. Amelia shivered as she imagined the dark history of the place. They joined a tour led by a beefeater, dressed in a traditional red and black uniform. He explained the legends of the ravens at the tower, saying, "If the ravens ever leave, the kingdom will fall." Amelia found the story both spooky and fascinating. For lunch, they headed to Borough Market, a bustling place filled with food stalls. Amelia's family tried dishes from different cuisines. Amelia chose a slice of hot, cheesy pizza, while her parents tried fish and chips. The market was loud and lively, with vendors calling out their specials and customers chatting as they ate. In the afternoon, they visited the British Museum. Amelia was amazed by the ancient artifacts, especially the Rosetta Stone. How did people create such incredible things thousands of years ago? She wondered aloud. Her father explained that the stone was the key to understanding Egyptian hieroglyphs. As the sun began to set, they walked along the south bank of the River Thames. The city lights reflected on the water, and street performers entertained the crowds. Amelia watched a man juggling fire and another playing a violin beautifully. They stopped for a moment to enjoy the view of the London Eye, a giant Ferris wheel. Before heading back to the hotel, they stopped at a small cafe for a cup of hot chocolate. Amelia sat quietly, sipping her drink, thinking about all she had seen and learned. "London is full of stories," she said softly. Her mother smiled and replied, "And now you have your own story to tell about your day in London." That night, as Amelia fell asleep, she dreamed of red buses, ancient towers, and the sparkling lights of London, knowing it was a day she would never forget.